What's the deal, man? Welcome to The Den. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. If you don't know what The Den show is, discussing everything naturally, where we keep it all the way real, the best conversation on the internet, if you ask me. Make sure you're following all the proper platforms. They'll be listed down there somewhere below. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about She'Carri Richardson. And I really haven't expressed my thoughts about her winning during the trials and all that. I've kind of talked about it in the Discord. If you're not a part of that, make sure you join that. But it's another situation, and this video is probably not going to go the way most of y'all think. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know how I kind of am about a lot of things. So don't be surprised if you hear my thoughts on this. But let's stop wasting time. Again, if you don't know what happened to She'Carri, she's a world record. I don't know if she broke a record, I do believe, in the Olympic trials, and she was supposed to compete in Tokyo, I believe in the women's 100 meter. Got popped June 19th for a drug test. For smoking the trees, smoking the chronic. But let's get into the story. And now she won't be able to run, and there's a lot of outrage behind this, and I'm going to explain why. Let's just get into it, right? So this is, yes, y'all know I deliberately picked that picture. Y'all know my thoughts on things like this. We just had a great stream the other night about things like this. But despite her looks, despite the attire and all of that, she is a excellent athlete, right? That cannot be taken away from her. And you're like, well, why'd you use this picture? It's not the best picture of her, Honcho. You did that deliberately. Yes, I did. But it also came from the source we're about to check out. So, like I said, She'Carri, as ghetto as she looks, her mom, I believe, passed away recently. And so she cites that as the reason why she was smoking the trees. But let's get into, I got a couple of articles here. We're going to check them out. Then I'm going to give you my thoughts. And then I'm going to tell you why people have been responding to this so foolishly. And it just really doesn't make any sense because people feel like she's being oppressed, ostracized because of a little smoking a little blizzy, right? Anywho, let's do this. So, She'Carri Richardson. I thought there was an E at the end. I might be spelling it wrong. I don't know. Maybe other people are spelling it wrong. Who knows? It's a very unique name nonetheless. Track sensation tests positive for marijuana. It was unclear whether the sprinter who won the women's 100 meter race at the U.S. Olympic trials would be allowed to compete in the Tokyo Games, right? And this is, I think, a little bit older, or I think it was yesterday's article. Some things have come out today. Like I said, we're going to get into all of it. Oh, they used the same picture. So before y'all start trying to go in on me and say I picked a bad picture, it's the same picture from the article. Yes, this was published yesterday. Now they're talking about it was updated earlier this morning. American sprinter She'Carri Richardson, who was set to start in the Tokyo Olympics this month, commits the game for testing positive for marijuana. Richardson, 21. Somebody's talking about she's only 19. People say crazy stuff. Anyway, won a 100 meter race at the track and fields in Oregon last month. Positive test automatically invalidated her result. Unclear if Richardson will appeal the test and the disqualification. How long her suspension will be? It could be as short as 1 month, which might clear in time to run events that take place later in the games if she is named to the U.S. team. Let's see. Richardson's suspension was confirmed by 2 people with knowledge of the test results who requested anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss the situation. U.S. Track and Field has notified other women who competed in the 100 meter finals about the failed drug test. According to one person with direct knowledge of the information, several runners have been told that they've been moved up a spot in the final standings. Jenna Pradini, who placed 4th at the trial, has been notified that she will now be one of the 3 American women running the 100 in Tokyo. Gabby Thomas, who placed 5th at the trials, will be named as an alternate. It's possible that a 1-month ban could be dated so that it will be allow her at the time of her positive test at the trials, which will allow her to return to competition just before the Olympics, which begin July 23rd. So some newer information. This is believe that it won't be until the 27th that she's allowed to compete. So I'm kind of just, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You guys can read them. I'll put the links in the description. They say, but the track and field games are not begin until July 30th. But that day scheduled to his first qualifying round in the women's 100. Right, the Gleaner, newspaper Jamaica. Richardson was expected to compete in the 200 meters at Diamond League in Stockholm on Sunday, but she's not listed on the event's entry list Thursday night. She did not comment on a positive test. Again, like I said, this is an older article. They've updated it. I am human, right? And I'm going to tell you actually why I am kind of in support of She'Carri Richardson. Everything, all things other being aside. And I know it's not normal for a person like me. And most of y'all are going to be like, Honcho, what? Just stay tuned. Okay, so this article, like I said, just slightly outdated. Let's kind of go move up to what some more up-to-date news. It's kind of the same thing. There's been a wide range of debates about whether marijuana should be considered a performance-enhancing drug. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency makes it clear to the website all synthetic and naturally occurring cannabinoids are prohibited in competition, except for CBD. The byproduct has been explored for possible medical benefits. So here's where I say why I support her, and I'm going to show you guys a video of why I do support her, because it's something I've said about athletes for a long time. If you watch my other channel, Saw Sports, and we talk about when athletes get popped hot for performance enhancing drugs, PEDs, and I'm not even opposed to PEDs in sports. Let them do it, especially in contact sports, combat sports, whatever. Let it happen. If a person wants to take it, let it go. But I always talk about accountability, right? And I have to give her this. She accepts her sanction. So she's not going to, try to appeal or do any of that other stuff, right? And she said, so basically she has a 1-month suspension permitted under the applicable international rules for anti-doping violation rule for a positive substance. Classifies THC as a substance of abuse because it's frequently used in society outside the context of sport. Again, competitive results obtained June 19th, and including her Olympic qualifying results at the team trial, have been disqualified, forfeits any medals, points, prizes. Beyond the 1-month sanction, athlete eligibility for the Tokyo Games is determined by the USOPC and other rules. So like, again, I'll make all of these available. Let's get to the video, right? Because this is what made me say, you know what? I'm not a fan of all the irrelevant stuff. If we were talking about a different topic, I'd definitely be going in on the eyelashes and the weave and the nails and all that. Y'all know my thoughts on those things, right? But hey, if she can beat you with all that, she did not, get popped for a PED, anything like that. It was weed. But this is why I say I'm going to give her due. So we're going to listen to this together. Let me put these on so I can make sure I'm listening properly. And I just want y'all to check it out. And I'm going to kind of stop a few times in between and, discuss some of the things that are being said. So let's all listen together.
The Olympic officials, the U.S. track and field, the anti-doping agencies now have a decision before them. Unfortunately, you will not be able to compete in the Olympics in your race, your individual race, 100 meters. But there is a chance. It's a small chance, but there's a chance you could go to the Olympics and take part in the relay. Are you hopeful for that? Is that what you're holding out hope for at this moment?
Right now, I'm just putting all of my time and energy into dealing with what I need to deal with to heal myself. So if I'm allowed to receive that blessing, then I'm grateful for it. But if not right now, I'm going to just focus on myself.
What would your message be?
Well, that sounds like somebody who just got out of a bad relationship. Just gonna focus on myself. But wait, there's more. I can't help it, y'all. I can't help it. The eyelashes way out here, the platinum blonde. I don't want to go into that. I might say before a live stream. I'm trying to refrain from the profane. Y'all know I'm working on myself. Y'all know I've been working on myself, at least on the recorded videos. No profanity, minimal profanity. Y'all let me know if I've cussed it up to this point. I don't know if I have or not. But I'm trying not to. Let's just keep watching.
To those who are considering that right now, who are thinking about that, and to your fans, who have fallen in love with you and were so proud of your performance and maybe crushed just as you are in that moment, what would you want to say to them?
I would like to say to my fans, to my family, to my sponsorship, to the haters too. I apologize.
Why bring up the haters? That's what I don't understand. This is that's the one thing. What is the purpose of that? The haters aren't the people who support you. Don't even acknowledge them. That's a weird thing. people always know the haters. I got the haters, and you know, they let them hate. The way you shut haters down by doing great. Right now, you fed them. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even acknowledge them in this moment. But it is what it is. That's just me personally.
As much as I'm disappointed, I know that when I step on the track, I don't represent myself. I represent a community that has shown me great support, great love. And to y'all, I failed y'all. And so I apologize for the fact that I didn't know how to control my emotions or deal with my emotions during that time. And when I would just leave with my fans, or I would just leave out there, is that, like I tweeted and said yesterday, I'm human. We're human. My statement, what I always say in my interviews, I want to be as transparent as possible with you guys, whether it's good, whether it's bad. But when it comes to She'Carri Richardson, it's never been a steroid. It will never be a steroid attached to the name She'Carri Richardson. The charge and
that darn weave will be attached. Yeah, I had to say it. I had to. Yeah, look, y'all can't fault me. Y'all know I'm working on myself.
What the situation was marijuana. I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. I'm not saying, oh, don't do it or anything like that. But if you choose to do things in your personal time or things like that, you just should know or be aware of the consequences, or just know, or just find different ways to just cope or do what it is that will make you feel better. But sitting here, I just say, don't judge me, because I am human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster. I understand there's going to be people that still have something to say that don't necessarily understand, and I wouldn't even call them haters if they want to choose to show their character of a person, even after me saying what I've said, and putting myself out there.
Now, you put yourself out there. There's the me. Maybe I'm classified. Maybe this is judging my character, but that doesn't necessarily mean that people have to stop speaking on it. Like it is what it is. You know, but I do give her due for, you know, coming out, owning up to it, not saying it was some tainted meat in Mexico or saying some kind of crazy stuff. Just saying, hey, you know what I did. It is what it is. And y'all know me, man. I'm pro herb. I'm pro weed. So I'm like, look at you're hating on the, you know, I'm pro weed. And to be 100% transparent myself, I had some, I've told y'all in college, I had some fuck ups. I said it, I tried my best. I'm gonna bleep that out. I'm gonna try to mess it up. But I had some mess ups in college where, you know, I failed some weed tests. And that probably hindered my opportunity to go to the next level or whatever. You know, everybody says, oh, I could have went to, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But so, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Around the same age, I get it. Like, and I'm not justifying this, I'm not validating, but owning up to it, going in and put yourself out there, it's a commendable thing to do, because you got a lot of folks who, like I say, try to skirt the issue or you know, whatever it is. She just came out in front and said, hey, you know, this is what it is. You know, I did do it. And so I'm not feeling sympathy for her because I was in a similar situation or anything like that. Or I'm not feeling sympathy because, oh, it should be, it's legal in certain places and it should be like, it's just that I have a lot more respect for people who just come out and own it, right? Just own it and then move forward. And if you got people like me who want to keep talking about it, then let them talk. Don't even address them. Don't acknowledge them. Don't fuel them. Don't give them the energy. But let's get to the rest of the video, because I got some real entertaining stuff we're going to get into, because it's not even her that I want to get into or get on. It's y'all. Just wait and see.
Then that's just on you, your character, and you have to live with that. But I greatly appreciate being able to tell my side of the story. And like I said to my fans, my family, my sponsorship, and the haters, I greatly apologize if I let you guys down, and I did. And I just want to let y'all know this will be the last time the Olympics don't cheat She'Carri Richardson, and this will be the last time the U.S. Doesn't come home with a gold medal in 100. And I feel
She'Carri
lines up against me.
She'Carri, before I let you go, I think about you and the highs and lows that you've had to deal with, and your dream came true. You dazzled everybody with your performance, but also your words, your hug for your grandma. You've been through so much, and we'll see what happens and what this decision is. But do you plan to keep running? Are you going to keep those Olympic dreams alive no matter what?
Yes, this is just one game. I'm 21. I'm very young. Unlike most, I have plenty of games left in me to compete in, and I have plenty of talent that backs me up because everything I do comes to me naturally. No steroid, no anything. This incident was about marijuana. So after my sanction is up, I'll be back and able to compete. And every single time I step on the track, I'll be ready for whatever anti-doping agency to come and get what it is that they need, because this will never happen.
All right, that's enough of that. So again, like I said, I don't mind the cocky attitude. If you're good and you can you can prove it, beat me. You know what I'm saying? If you can talk the trash and you don't like me talking trash, beat me. So I don't have any issue with that. I don't have an issue with that with male athletes. I don't have an issue with that with, female athletes. And watching the run is way more entertaining than the WNBA. Anyway, yes, I'm shooting shots out there too. So let's kind of get into some stuff. Let me tell you why I'm really upset though, right? It's not even at her. It's not even at that. Again, it's at you people. And what do you mean, Honcho? What do you mean, you people? You people. You people. You people who get offended by phrases like you people. So, Jamal Crawford. Some of you may be familiar with him, some of you may not. Doesn't matter. Makes a statement. Oh, so She'Carri Richardson reached a level of fame where it's try and find anything to mess with her. Got it. Let me talk about how ignorant y'all are. Let me talk about how foolish y'all are. And this is where, when I talk about you people, I'm talking about black people. Because we cannot hold ourselves accountable for anything. The girl is good. The girl is very good. She made a mistake, right? She owned up to the mistake. Y'all are trying to justify, right? Everybody, and then people are making these statements like, oh, well, it's legal in parts of America. It's an international competition. So with this being an international competition, if it ain't legal in other countries and other countries are banned from doing it, guess what? It's probably going to be banned for American athletes too. I know we're used to that sense of entitlement. I know America. I know we used to get in our way, especially blacks and Americans, black Americans. But it's an international competition. Like, that simple fact should clear that up. But what's even worse are the replies to this particular statement, right? This guy. They hate seeing black women win. It truly makes me angry. Well, let's be honest, bro. Black women dominate track and field. It is what it is. It's been that way for a long time, right? So where are the issues with the black men who've dominated? Where are the issues with all this? Is it just black women winning? I mean, she beat a bunch of other black women for the most part. So the likelihood is going to be some black woman winning. It's not that, hey, she made a mistake that was against the rules that she knew beforehand, just like I did back in the day. So I'm not like say I knew beforehand. Athletes know the protocol, especially if you're getting paid, you're getting sponsored, you're informed of what's going on. It can't be, hey, they're accountable for their actions, right? No, it has to be, there's a conspiracy. She took the same test every other athlete took and she popped hot. No, it can't be that, right? Can't be that. Another reply. She was getting praise from everyone, even former First Lady Michelle Obama. Not a week later, she's suspended for weed. That's no coincidence. I don't even have words for the ignorance of some of this stuff. Like, these are men making these statements and this is why I say the things I say about men these days. As much as I talk about women, I say I'll never say nothing about the men. I say plenty about men too. These are emotional responses. There's no logic found in any of these statements. Then he tagged Sean King in it. Why are you even tagging that white dude? Right? No coincidence. She smoked weed. She took a drug test. She failed said drug test for smoking said weed. Has nothing to do with Michelle Obama. And again, like I say, with the weed thing too, weed lasts in your system. I think we take drugs, what, like 30 days, 28 days, 30 days, like anybody who smokes knows, something like that. But, it's like, it don't matter. She could have did that 2-3 weeks prior to before meeting Michelle Obama and still failed that test, depending on how active she was, right? And again, it is what it is. So, another goofy response of the black man. All this marijuana they getting tax money off of, and they call it miracle marijuana, but it comes from the same fields and grow like the rest. Not made in no hospital or from no doctor, but it's still a problem with smoke weed in America. It's a problem with your grammar, nigga. That's the problem. Like, what are you? I just really, I didn't proofread this before. I just kind of skimmed over. Oh my goodness. You must have been smoking when you wrote this, right? And why do y'all keep tagging Sean? He must have retweeted it or something. Y'all, I don't understand why y'all still. Yeah, we talked about transracial stuff the other day. Yeah, anyway, we'll get on that another time. But y'all think y'all making big facts, right? Again, no accountability for her. If you don't smoke the weed that's illegal on the drug test, you don't fail the drug test. It's that simple. It's super simple. Both of these things would be true. Is it a terrible rule? Probably. I would say yeah. But it's the rule. You know the rule. So that doesn't exclude you because you like it or because you're really good. Another one. Now notice the trend here. I do these things deliberately because y'all like to say, all I do is bash black women. You're just a black woman hater. There you go. This is what this country is all about. Build you up and quickly try to find a way to knock you down, especially if you're black and unapologetically so. I've already told you, women who wear these things, do all this stuff, they're not really black. I'm not even going to go into that spiel. But again, she just won a couple of weeks ago. It was excellent. It was amazing. She smoked the weed before then. Now, how are you getting knocked down? Who's knocking you down? The IOC, an international committee? This with this country, but it's an international committee, right? That takes the drug test. So how does that have anything to do with just this country? That's what I'm not comprehending. Like the comprehension, the emotion, all this stuff, like everything is skewed. This is all backwards. Like, and that's what I say, I'm just baffled that a lot of these are black men, right? Now, I couldn't let y'all slide, ladies. I couldn't let you guys slide. I really feel like until you become a real athlete, you can't speak on anything because y'all don't understand the struggle. Y'all don't understand the sacrifice. Y'all just think it's peaches and cream. That's foul. You let her go for some weed, bro. Weed. Your feelings about weed do not change the rules, right? Who was it? MJ lost his pops. He didn't get popped for no weed. He went off. Remember when Brett Favre lost his pops? Went off. Y'all remember what else? There were some other athletes who are track stars. Usain has admitted to smoking the reefers, I do believe. Has he ever popped out? Not that I can recall. If I'm wrong, drop it in the comment section below. Michael Phelps didn't pop out on an Olympic test. They found some old bong picture of him. Gave him what, 3 months suspension? Tried to take away his medals? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all wake up and need to make everything racial. And it baffles me, like, how you live like this. Like, you're so washed by the media and the people that you surround yourself with. This is why I don't be around niggas like that. Because the rhetoric that y'all make doesn't even make sense to y'all. But y'all spew it anyway. So, here we go. Who comes in here making sense? Right here. No, that's not the case here. It's standard protocol to drug test the top 3 finishers at qualifier events. All elite athletes are aware of prohibited substances when they're likely to be tested. We all agree that IOC should remove cannabis from banned substances. Here comes White Jerome, or it says his name is Douglas Martin, but he got Jerome. I don't know any other White Jeromes. Coming in here having to make all the sense. Good grief. Darn you, White Jerome. But it's that simple. You know, if you win, you're going to be tested. I'm sure the leaders like that in the UFC, right, and everywhere else. It's just, if you're a winner, you're going to be tested. Make sure that you didn't try to pull some type of shenanigans, that you didn't cheat to win. Everybody knows that, like you said. But unfortunately, here we are, the majority of us, spewing and babbling a bunch of nonsense that makes no sense. I would love to see She'Carri compete. Maybe hear about it, because I really have a tough time. Just all this stuff that she got on. Like, at least she ain't wearing the $2.99 baby hairs. If you missed that, go back and catch the last stream. It's just tough to look at women like this for me. You know, a lot of y'all out there look like that. Hey, that's your problem. But she's an athlete. You like to see good competition. You like to see good athletes have a chance to compete. That's what it's all about. It's unfortunate that got derailed because of, you know, her smoke some week. But I think she will be allowed to participate in the relay. She just won't be allowed to participate in her event. And hopefully this is motivation for her to continue on. Hopefully that she does not get derailed. And I think there was another competition I think she's missing also. But, you know, wish the best for her. Because like I say, we'd love to see her continue to compete. We'd love to see people break records. I love to see people reach goals. I love to see people improve. This was just an unfortunate event. And maybe in the future, the IOC does take it off of the list, right? But for now, prior to her taking that test, she knew what it was. And here we are today. Now, that's unfortunate. Again, make sure you're following all the proper social medias. I thank you. If you watched this far, drop a comment, right? Drop a comment below that says, She'Carri is #1, right? She'Carri is #1. And we might do something special for those folks who make it this far, because I know most of y'all aren't going to make it this far. But again, it is what it is. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I mean, you've watched this whole video. This is very mild, very tame. It gets a lot better than the live streams whenever we do go live, usually 8 or 9 p.m. You know, I'll try to put that up. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure it's darkened in or whatever, because YouTube does not send out a lot of notifications from this channel. Even people who do have it in still don't get them. And share, because for whatever reason, certain platforms don't like to promote the content, because I like to speak on certain things that more woke individuals don't care to hear about. But anyway, with that being said, I am your host, Ed Honcho. I thank you for watching. With that, I'm chunking to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. And I'm mad because I messed up. I used one profanity. But y'all got to get out of the den. I'm out.